The overturning of Chevron is not the death knell to the administrative state some pundits have been promoting. It is, however, a healthy blow for the rule of law. Chevron has proved to be fundamentally misguided. It reshaped judicial review of agency actions without grappling with the APA, the statute that lays out how such review works. And its flaws were apparent from the start, prompting the court to revise its foundation and continually limit its application. Chevron was a mistake from the beginning. It ignored the law in a misguided attempt to move lawmaking power into the executive branch, thus establishing what we now call the administrative or deep state. Removing that power from the administrative state can, over time, restore the executive branch to its proper role of executing laws, not establishing policy. Chevron is overruled. Courts must exercise their independent judgment in deciding whether an agency has acted within its statutory authority, as the APA requires. Careful attention to the judgment of the executive branch may help inform that inquiry, and when a particular statute delegates authority to an agency consistent with constitutional limits, courts must respect the delegation while ensuring that the agency acts within it. But courts need not, and under the APA may not, defer to an agency interpretation of the law simply because the statute is ambiguous. Because the D.C. and First Circuits relied on Chevron in deciding whether to uphold the rule, their judgments are vacated and the cases are remanded for further proceedings consistent with its opinion. I do have a concern. Now that the courts are expected to infer what Congress meant when it was silent or ambiguous, we have a similar problem just with another branch of government. What is to keep the courts from interpreting the law to mean something exactly the opposite of what Congress wrote? After all, that's exactly what they did in Chevron in the first place. All the more reason for we the people to demand Congress write better laws and to punish those in the executive and judicial branches for assuming that powers are implied rather than explicitly delegated.